What we do when nobody is watching holds more weight and value to our own selves and our own growth than I think we actually recognize. When nobody's there to see you, will you show up for you? When nobody's there to know that you did a good deed, will you still do a good deed? If nobody's there to hold you accountable to truth, will you still be truthful? I think one of the easiest ways to self-abandon is in those small moments. In those small moments when nobody's there to hold you accountable or to witness you or to call you out. I recently had an experience of my own where I was in a practice that required 30 days consecutively of connecting and doing a specific ceremony. And my 30 days was up in like 4 or 5 days, and I had missed a day. And when I realized I missed the day, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I think I missed the day. I think I missed a day yesterday. And there was this little voice inside that said to me, it's okay, just keep going. Nobody will know. And in that moment, I saw and felt an older part of me want to come in and be like, oh yeah, that's so true. Just keep going. You're so close to 30 days. It's no big deal. But what I felt inside, was such an honoring of integrity and truth to myself. Because you see, nobody would have known whether I had missed that day or not, or I could have, just done 31 days instead of 30, but it was very specifically instructed that I am to do this ritual, this exercise for 30 days. And if I miss a day, I have to start all over again. And that's what really brought forward this conversation around being in integrity. Doing the things that you know to be true. Because it's easy to lie or hide from the outside world. What I find as I grow and mature and develop a relationship with myself is that it's near impossible to sleep silently and well if I've lied to myself. And it's in the small moments that matter the most that we can show up for ourselves, for our truth, for our love. And so I've been reflecting quite a bit on this, and I really just wanted to come and create this video to share. And so just taking a moment, taking a nice breath in through your nose and slowly out of your mouth. I want you to just remember a time in the past where you could have, or perhaps you did, lie to yourself or not hold yourself accountable or not be in integrity with something that you really wanted to be in integrity with. And just bringing this memory to your awareness now. How does it feel inside of your body? Where's the discomfort? Where's the sensation? Where do you feel an energy block? Wherever that may be in your body, just bring your gentle, soft awareness to it now. And as you bring your awareness to this spot inside of your body that is holding the emotion or the sensation or the uncomfortableness from not being true to yourself, I want you to just offer that space a little bit of love right now. And get curious. Why did I pull away? Why did I ignore? Why did I self-abandon? Perhaps underneath that behavior and action, there was a scared child, your inner child. Or maybe there was an overwhelmed parent that just couldn't handle it and needed to numb out and disconnect. Whatever it is, just search with curiosity for anything that it wants to reveal to you. And as you sit with the space inside of you that you've noticed, what can you do to take care of her? What does she need? What does she need from you so that she doesn't feel that she has to do that again? What is she afraid of? When we can sit in curious observation, we can really learn things about ourselves. And in my experience, there's always been a core underlining need that is not being met that causes us to disassociate from our true self, our soul self. That part of us that is just buried under layers of conditioning, layers of pain, of numbing, of trauma. What would you find if you peeled all those layers back? Who would you be if you always showed up for yourself and the things that you say you want? One thing that I'm noticing very clearly in life right now, my own life and the lives of my clients, is that we are being offered choices. Choices to align with the life that we say that we want. Choices to align with the energies of heaven on earth. We can continue repeating these same cycles, or we can choose to create anew. Some very deep, powerful work right now is to align our present moment self with the highest version of ourselves. The version of us that has everything he or she desires, is living in such a harmonic state within themselves and within the world. We've been creating and anchoring a lot of light and love energy. And that is what's revealing all of these unconscious or shadow aspects. The unconscious parts of ourselves, the unconscious parts of the collective are all rising because of the influx of light. Because when the light is on it, it is revealed. It can no longer hide. And so coming back to the contemplation of doing the things when nobody's watching, shining the light on our own nooks and crannies that we rather not look at either. Shining the light into all of these spaces and sitting directly in front of them all. Can you love yourself in those moments? Can you love yourself when you make a choice that's out of alignment? Can you love yourself when you feel so attached to an outcome? Can you love yourself when you're misguided? Can you sit in the fire of looking at all of the parts of yourself that you feel are unlovable? Can you still hold, excuse me, can you still hold yourself there? That was a funny little release there. That wanted to be a sneeze, but wasn't really a sneeze. But it was an energetic release, because this is the work that is currently working through me in my life. To love all of my parts. To not label some good and some bad. To just love all of my parts. There's this beautiful quote that I heard, and I may not be able to say it word for word right now, but it's an invitation to remember that healing is not about changing things about yourself. It's about loving yourself. It's about loving all of the parts that you feel need to change or go away. Healing is about just loving and accepting those parts. Knowing that that is part of who you are. And that's beautiful. And that's worthy of love. For me, for so long, it's been a journey that I'm now just really anchoring into a journey of self-love, true embodied self-love. Because for the majority of my life, I lived for external validation, approval. I lived for the external world to tell me who I am and how I feel about myself. And that's such a hard way to live. And so as I navigate this space of learning to love myself in all of my parts, it can be challenging at times. And so what are the parts of you that you feel are not worthy of love? Yeah, that one right there, that one that just touched your heart. That one. Now your mission, your assignment, if you choose to accept it, is to be with that spot as courageously and fiercely and integrally you can be. To just be with it, to hear it, to listen to it, to love it, to not try to change it, to just be in utter awe and acceptance of it. For when we can really tap in and be in full approval and full acceptance, that's when it can start to change. And that's the irony, is that as we walk this path, we are walking this path of not needing to change anything about ourselves, just lovingly accepting ourselves exactly as we are. And then magically, things will start to change. The universe has a funny way of operating, and I'm here for it. My name is Melissa Mahar. I'm an ancestral womb healer and spiritual guide in service to creating heaven on earth. I thank you for listening into this soulful conversation. I love you. Be well.